We've got new developments in the hot lotto case. The Iowa Department of Public Safety holding a news conference. Let's listen.
He's the director for the Department of Public Safety of the Investigative Operations. And then Terry Rich, CEO of the Iowa Lottery and the current president of the North American Association of Provincial and State Lotteries. Jim will explain a little bit about the case, and then we will have Terry make a statement, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Thank you, Alex. Good evening. As stated, my name is Jim Saunders. I'm Director for Investigative Operations for the Iowa Department of Public Safety, which includes the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation. Tonight I want to share some information with you based on some recent developments in an ongoing investigation involving Edward Tipton. As a result of an ongoing investigation, recently developed information was obtained that led to the additional charges being filed on Mr. Tipton by the Attorney General's office. These charges are for ongoing criminal conduct, which is a Class B felony. Mr. Tipton turned himself into the Polk County Jail a short time ago, roughly between 3:30 and 3:45, and has since been bonded out of jail on a $25,000 bond. You will recall that back in September, Mr. Tipton was found guilty of tampering with lottery equipment and was subsequently convicted to 10 years in prison. After that conviction, information was developed that alleged that associates of Mr. Tipton have collected a jackpot in Colorado. This information was confirmed through investigation, which also revealed information that an associate of Mr. Tipton's also collected a jackpot in Wisconsin. This investigation, conducted by agents of the Iowa DCI in cooperation with lottery security officials, revealed that within the last several years, acquaintances and a family member of Eddie Tipton have purchased and collected winnings through manual play lottery tickets. In manual play games, the purchaser picks the numbers they wish to play. The winning numbers are then drawn through a mechanism by a random number generator, which is similar to the case that we had previously by the Hot Lotto investigation. These RNG computers were built at Muscle, Multi-State Lottery, by Muscle staff, which included Mr. Tipton, who was a former employee. These winning manual play tickets were purchased in Colorado and Wisconsin. Specifically, the Colorado ticket was purchased in November, or excuse me, the winnings for the Colorado lottery were drawn on November 23, 2005, and it was a $4.8 million jackpot. $568,990 were paid out, and this money was claimed by a friend of Eddie Tipton's brother, Tommy, at Tommy's request. The Wisconsin jackpot was collected on December 29, 2007, and was a Megabucks Lotto drawing. I will point out that the copy of the affidavit that you have has the date for this particular winnings incorrectly typed on the affidavit. It is 2007. As such, $783,257 was paid out to Delta S Holdings, LLC, which is owned by Robert Rhodes. Mr. Rhodes is Eddie Tipton's friend and is currently facing charges in Iowa in relation to the 2010 Hot Lotto investigation. This investigation demonstrates the Department of Public Safety, the lottery, and the Attorney General's commitment to ensuring the lottery's game is of the utmost integrity. This is a very active, ongoing investigation, and our office, along with other investigators, will continue to follow whatever leads as they emerge in this investigation. That being said, as part of this ongoing investigation, we are seeking the public's help. As stated, this is now a nationwide investigation that seeks to identify instances where individuals may have taken advantage of personal relationships to perpetrate fraud against the lottery game. We are asking anyone who is aware of an individual or individuals claiming a lottery prize on behalf of another person to please let us know by taking the survey, and there is information with respect to that survey that's provided in the press release. At this time, I would like to turn the podium over to Lottery CEO Terry Rich. Terry.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Director Saunders. Well, in addition to serving as CEO of the Iowa Lottery, it's been my privilege for the past year to lead the North American Lottery Association, which is also known as NASPL. I'm in a unique position of having been involved in this investigation from the very beginning and also have a wider industry perspective. So as NASPL President, I'm pledging today that nationwide lotteries will continue to work together to assist in this investigation. And the detailed information, of course, maintained by lotteries helped lead to this charge being filed today. Of course, we're thankful for all the work done in this long-running case by the Iowa Department of Criminal Investigation, to the Attorney General's office, and to authorities across the country. When this story began 5 years ago, we asked investigators to follow the evidence wherever it led. They fulfilled that request admirably, and we continue to offer our full support and assistance. Now, some people have questioned why we stuck with this case so long. Well, the answer is simple. That's our job. It's our responsibility as lotteries to offer games and prizes with systems and procedures built upon fairness and integrity. These charges from the actions of those, These charges stem from the action of those who apparently were willing to risk the consequences of committing fraud in an attempt to secure a lottery prize. It's appalling to know that the person at the center of this case once worked at a vendor organization within the lottery industry. This is a breach of trust against lotteries, our players, our games, and the billions of dollars at stake for the worthy causes that lotteries benefit. This case is a stark reminder of the need for ongoing vigilance against fraud, not only in the lottery world, but in society as a whole. The facts we've learned through this investigation have already helped our industry introduce multiple additional layers of security. We will continue that work as part of our ongoing efforts to protect against the vulnerabilities identified. Let me end by saying, you can tell we're motivated even more today after working this case for almost 5 years to do whatever it takes to follow every lead wherever it leads. And we are committed to ensuring that lottery games are fair and offer everyone an equal chance to win. Thank you very much. Director? Or Alex?
We will now open up for questions. I'm going to unmute the phone line also. We ask that those that are on the phone line go ahead and keep your lines muted until you have a question. Once you ask your question, remute your lines, please.
Did Robert Rhodes purchase the 2007 Wisconsin Megabucks ticket? I noticed that the criminal complaint says that he turned it in, but was he the original purchaser?
Yeah, as I said earlier, this is a very active investigation, and a lot of the specific details are still being developed as we speak. So at this point in time, there's just certain pieces of information that we're not at liberty to divulge at this time.
Director, with Mr. Tipton's trial, much of the evidence was circumstantial. What type of firm evidence do you have in this case?
Again, at this point in time, it would be premature for us to discuss any specific details with respect to the evidence that we have.
You've been watching live KCCI 8 News coverage of a press conference from the Iowa Department of Public Safety regarding the Hot Lotto case. Remember Eddie Tipton, 10 years, had been sentenced to 10 years in prison last month on fraud charges with regard to purchasing that Hot Lotto ticket back in 2011 that won $14 million, a former director of security for the multi-state lottery. New charge against him today, just announced, of ongoing criminal conduct. He has since bonded out of the Polk County Jail. We've learned that associates of Tipton's have collected jackpots in Colorado and Wisconsin, and big jackpots too, Stacey.
Yeah, $4.8 million jackpot in Colorado back in 2005. A friend of Tipton's brother claimed that prize requested to do so by Tipton's brother. And in Wisconsin, a payout of more than $783,000. That was in 2007, and that prize was claimed by a friend of Tipton. Investigators now say this is an active nationwide investigation.